part. There's no uh, there is no hard and fast rule that people should join us. Okay, and even in future also, we are going to validate people. Okay, validate based on our guidelines and approach, right? So what it means to be part of Aptamitra is participating in our process, which means our methodology of understanding a topic, okay, and presenting it and being diligent. All these are some things that I would expect an Aptamitra team member to have. And accordingly, we'll perform as a group. Okay. Else, it is going to happen that some of our team member, what happened with one member, he had to be removed for a silly reason, right? And that's a black spot for not just him, but for the entire team. So that is something that I want to avoid. Okay, so if an individual feels no, this is not the way I want to do, they're absolutely fine to leave the group, and they are welcome to go with their own process. But over here, I would expect absolute discipline and diligence in completion of activities, right? And participation. Most important is participation, right? And how to communicate with team members, and whether it is oral, written, or a presentation is one. And the overall philosophy as to an Aptamitra individual is going to be a super intellectual in terms, not just in terms of technology, but in terms of physical, mental, social, ethical, intellectual well-being. Okay, so that is the change that I had to do today. A couple of people, they didn't participate, and if they didn't participate, at least they have to inform. Even without informing, I don't want them to be an idle group over here. Okay, even we are what? We are 8 people over here. Some days you may not be able to make it for very valid reason. Okay, you may not be healthy that day, or you may be attending a function. Whatever reason, you inform me that you're not going to come. So I will not ask others to ping you, right? The same discipline I want you to carry over in your office life also, right? In your corporate life. It is very important to keep your stakeholders informed. Do you know what do you mean by a stakeholder? Anybody?
No, sir.
Okay, at least I don't know. Kitki ji, please go ahead.
Kali?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay. Stakeholder. Ankur ji?
I know about shareholder. Stakeholder.
Yeah, stakeholder. Okay. So, you know what is stick, right? Yeah, what is a stick?
Yes.
Why? Who uses the stick?
It's a piece of wood.
You remember the stick in your school days? Who used to hold it?
Yes. Teachers.
Guruji.
Gurujis or your teachers. What do they do with the stick? When do they exercise it?
When we commit mistakes.
Practice discipline.
Exactly. Okay, so it's a sort of stick and stake. Okay, what it means is the people who hold a stick, I call them as a stakeholder. Meaning what? They have something to do with your business. When you don't do, they are going to come and have an impact on your work. Okay. There's another meaning of stakeholder is they have some share in your activity. For example, in the when Anup ji was asked to present on the progress of the overall group, who are his stakeholders? Silence. I don't like a silent team.
We all are stakeholders.
Yes, all the present are the stakeholders. Present are the stakeholders, and who else is a stakeholder? And don't worry if you are wrong, okay? But I'll be worried if you don't participate. Who are the stakeholders for Anupji? Of course, all the presenters.
You and in the company, maybe his manager.
Of course, I really appreciate you, Chetanji. Yes, I am the major stakeholder for Anupji, and for the other participants are the stakeholders. So, me as a stakeholder, I'll ask Anupji, why you didn't do this? So, Anupji will in turn ask his stakeholders, why have you not provided it? So, it is very, very important you inform your stakeholders about what is happening. Else, what happens is they're going to come behind you and they will have a very negative opinion about you. Okay, so it's stakeholder management actually is a feedback which every employee in corporate gets it every year. Okay, what happens is in some scenarios you are not able to complete a task. At that time, it is very important that you inform your stakeholders that you have not done this due to so and so reason, and you're not just giving a reason, but you're also coming up with an action plan as to by when you're going to close it. Else, it is going to be very annoying for your stakeholder just saying that I was not able to do this because of this, and you don't have an action plan for it. That is the last thing that your stakeholder wants to listen. Okay, for example, Anupji was presenting. None of you guys are telling by what have you done, and it becomes very annoying for him because finally he is answerable to me. And I am answerable to you in turn, because if you don't get a job, you're going to ask me, why am I still not employed? Right? God's grace, this group, at least out of the 8 or out of the 7, 4 have been able to, or the organization has been able to. So remaining 3 also, I'm committed. I'm committed to do that as an organization, right? So we all are stakeholders for each other. For Anupji, the presenters are stakeholders. For and I am also a stakeholder. And for me, you are all the stakeholders. You are going to definitely ask me, right? I have been under your organization, but so far we have not employed. You are definitely going to ask me a question. So, but I need an answer to say that why I have still not been able to employ you. Okay, so having said that, stakeholder management is an important quality of a corporate, not just in office, but even in your own life. Who are the stakeholders for you, Ankurji, in your family?
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone in your family. Yes, not just your parents, even your uncle, aunt, children also, you are supposed to give a roadmap for them. Right? You are a stakeholder. Don't just assume your responsibility is too less. Okay? So, very, very important. So, in CSPV, who are your stakeholders?
Everybody, I think, Infosys, Intel.
No, that is too generic an answer. Vivekji, who are your stakeholders in CSPV? I hope Vivekji, you're not sleeping. Huh? I want instant response. So, Ankurji, to be more specific.
So we people only, sir.
We people are. No, you are in a noisy bus. I'll stop asking you. You can mute. Ankurji, in CSPV, Vivek ji is your stakeholder, Sai Chand ji is your stakeholder, and Anantraman ji is your stakeholder. That's all. And if Craig Brigham reports to you or he engages you in a meeting, he is also your stakeholder.
Okay, sir.
So please understand, always inform your stakeholders, else you'll be out of the group. Just what happened today morning. It's very annoying for me when two individuals are not participating. Why should I have them there? That's why I dissolved the embedded group also, right? Where there's no action, I'm going to dissolve all other groups also. We need an action-oriented group, and this group is going to get more focused going on and on and on and on. You must have noticed it, right? Right from day one, how was the group and how is it going? Where is it going? You must have noticed, right? Each of you are asking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is stakeholder management. You have any other queries on stakeholder management?
No, sir.
So stakeholder management is a very important quality to reiterate, okay? And every day you have to manage that. Whoever you are answerable to, make a list of them and keep answering to them. Don't, or rather I would say, remember to always inform them that this is what is it's going through you. And I need a suggestion. And they can be very helpful to you. It's not that they're always having a stick in their hand and trying to beat you. No, whether if you're not done at all. They have a stake in your business, they have a stake in your life, they have a stake in your activity. Stake means a part, a portion. Okay. So somebody has started a business and it requires 10 lakh rupees and somebody gives 5 lakh rupees, they have a stake of 50%. So Ketki ji, if you give 2.5 lakhs, what's your stake in that business?
Total 2.5 lakhs.
Yeah, so you should say it's 25% stake. Okay. And Pratap ji, if you give just 1 lakh, what is your stake in that business?
I didn't get that. Hello?
I know you're sleeping.
No, sir.
If you give 1 lakh to a 10 lakh business, what is your stake in that?
10%.
Yes, exactly. And Anubji, if you give 50%, what is your stake? 50,000?
50,000. I didn't get that.
5%.
I know you're sleeping. So, in a 10 lakh rupee business, if you give 50,000, how much is your stake in that? How much percentage is your stake?
50%.
50%, eh?
Maybe
5%.
5%.
5%. So,
In 1 lakh,
Chetan
sir.
ji, you are very good in marketing. I will definitely choose you for marketing and math related activities. Habiba ji, how about you? If you give 10% for a 10 lakh business, what is your stake in that business?
1%.
Fantastic. You are also suited for marketing. Please welcome. Okay. So you have a stake in a business if you have invested in it. Similarly, in our group, we all are stakeholders for each other. Okay. We all are responsible for each other's growth. Okay. So if this organization is giving you growth, then you should thank each other, the organization. This organization is not one man driven, it is an ideology. It's an ideology driven company. Okay, we have to follow that ideology so strong that it reflects in all our activities. Okay, so bottom line, in Aptamitra, the team members are masters of stakeholder management. Okay, we manage the stakeholders well. Even if you're not able to do an activity, if you're not able to come, if you're not able to participate, you inform them and give a closure plan always. that makes you a better person, not just in our workplace, in your life also. You have any questions on stakeholder management?
No, my bad.
No, sir.
No.